Hello, we are back. We've got a medium-sized saucepan on a medium heat. It's just coming up to temperature now, so we're gonna add half an onion. We're gonna also keep an eye on the camera because it is a crazy scaffolding situation that is going on right here. I can't have the extractor fan on, so while I'm filming like this. So there's a chance that the lens is going to steam up. First of all, half an onion and a good amount of salt. That means that amount of salt, quite a good amount, because remember we've got a whole tin of beans going in, and we want the onions to kind of, don't want raw onion. This is not a raw onion type of dish. Need I could go with this one actually. We've got like a wooden spatula type job or a spoon. I'm gonna go with this. Okay. Onions, salted, oiled, mixed. A bit of pepper. So that was like 23 grams of my pepper grinder, which I've measured out to be around about 1/4 of a teaspoon. Doesn't need to have heat coming from black pepper when it's got dried chipotle chili flakes and 2 Thai green bird's eye chilies. Lid back on, sweating it down. It is very, okay, that is getting there actually. Kind of waiting at a bit of a loss. I've put another coffee on to brew. You see, this is moving and there just isn't anything I can do about it because I bent the lever arm previously because I was using this as a bedside lamp. And now it's a bit fucked up. Just can't keep this at the correct Yay! Right. That's heating up. Coffee. Switch on to decaf now. But I still want that flavour. Finally I can hear the onions. I am very, just very bored today. I want to be doing stuff. My knees are killing me. I was tempted to double up this recipe, but then I thought I won't because I'm not confident enough on the seasonings yet. That I don't, and I also only have 2 tins of cannellini beans. I don't want to fuck them. So bit by bit, kind of tidy up here a little bit, I guess. Is this going to steam anything up? Might need to open the back door. So this is looking like I knew it would, which is kind of wet, which is the situation with red onions. Is this steaming up? Oh! Does that help? I don't know, I can't see on the screen to be honest. Okay. This is my first time doing this with red onion, so I don't know what's going to happen. It was quite nice to have the onion texture normally, but you don't want the onion flavour. Like not raw onions, so I don't know how it'll work because these are so soft already. to the point where I might add everything else now, because otherwise they're going to really disappear. Yeah, I'm going to add it all now. Garlic and the 2 Thai birds-eye chilies going in. Right, that can now just sort of do its thing. I love this song. Wish I could turn it up more, but Facebook is crazy. I had like a proper old school and non-famous Destiny's Child song on in another room once, like literally in the background, and somehow the Facebook algorithm heard it and it struck all the audio off the entire fucking video that I uploaded. It was very irritating. Like, no one's even gonna fucking remember that song, Beyonce. Like, let it go. So, doing this and thinking about tea, probably more Asian style noodle dumpling soup. I'm gonna turn this down to 3. It was on 4, but it needs to be on 3 because this garlic is not doing what it needs to do, which is soften and not be raw. So I feel like it's just gonna go burn straight away. I can start to smell the chili, which is nice. Fucking love bird's eye chilies. They don't smell like other chilies. They don't taste like other chilies. Fucking great. And they've got such a bad reputation for being like ultra hot, whereas I find ironically jalapenos to be fucking their flavour, their spice profile blows my fucking head off, and yet like Americans the world over are like chowing down on them, and I cannot comprehend it. Like even the slices of jalapeno in a jar, fucking hell. I'm like literally minutely dicing like one of those rings and be like, that's enough for me. Whereas other people are like literally eating them out of the jar. Wild to me. So this is looking good. We need it to soften more though. So we'll just wait it out. Then we'll add the beans and the spices and some water. Let me drain these beans. Fucking hell, come on, beans. Right. Okay, so, oh shit, you see, as fast as that, this is them. I knew it was just gonna go. I could hear them. I didn't think it would be that dramatic. So this is now good to go. The rest of the garlic will do its thing when it's mashed. Yeah, it's soft now. It's mashing, so that's fine. So we've emptied the beans out of the can and rinsed them with clean water. A lot of people will just put the whole can in with the bean water. Not about that life. I wouldn't recommend anyone do that. It's so fucking salty and starchy. It's bullshit. speaking from experience because I did try it once and then I lived to regret it. Spice going in. Already looking good. Mixing. Smelling good. Looking good. Looking very exciting. So we're mixing. Okay. Tidying as we go. OMG. And just let that sort of warm a little bit and let the spices bloom in the oil. This is how you like activate all the good stuff from capsicum, or however you say that word. Most essential oils are, or like the essential vitamins and minerals that we need to get from plants and like beans requires oil, and we've already got a bit of oil in there, so now that it's like interacting, it's pulling all of the nutrients into the oil, and that's how humans can actually process it. You need oil to get the benefit of food, you can't do it with water. And now, it doesn't need long now, I can smell it's doing its thing. Adding water, just to kind of cover the beans a smidgen basically. We might need more, we might need less. Mixing, turning it up to 4, it was on 3. And basically this is just going to sort of do its thing. Once it starts to bubble, I will mash it. I'm going to put it on 5, fuck it, let's get the temperature up. The water isn't straight out the kettle. Well, it is straight out of the kettle, but not from a boiled kettle. It boiled a few minutes ago, so. Doing its thing. I don't want to get copywritten. It's bubbling. It's getting there. Where's the masher? It's right here. This is turning out to be another roaring success. Plastic container that it's going to go in. Hey. Hey. My knees are killing me. I cannot wait until I empty that little corner of the back room. I just need to empty enough of that back room to put my deep freezer in there. So that way, like, when I'm having to monitor a hob, I'm monitoring multiple fucking things at once, because it's killing me to be stood doing this bullshit for effectively 3 breakfasts. It's just a pain in the ass. So I don't know if that will have steamed the lens, but it's a nice bubble. So putting it back on 4, everything's mingling nicely. We want everything to kind of infuse, which I think it has done. And then we're gonna start mashing. I do like to live dangerously, so with my plastic masher, I am gonna be mashing direct onto the heat source. I am planning on buying a metal masher and a metal stick blender at some point, or picking one up from somewhere, I don't know. So as we can see, it's very wet, and all of this water will need to evaporate out until we can make a kind of paste. I'm not gonna mash it any more than that at the minute, because I quite like to have a couple of beans in it, although this might need a bit more actually. We're mashing again. And then I'm going to need to open the door, I think, since I can't have the extractor fan on. This is why the cooker ends up looking like shit though, like straight away. I am just doing too much with this. Right, I don't know how long this is going to take, especially with the extractor fan not being on. Can I do that? Gonna do it, let's see. Although I need to change the thing. Mixing, oh, it smells great. It could possibly do with more salt, because remember we've only added that initial big pinch of salt to the onions, but an entire tin of cannellini beans, which is quite well spiced, but it might not be so well salted, so we'll try it in a little bit. This, as we can see, is still too wet. So mixy. And I do know that this is not how you make refried beans. First of all, where's the frying? There's no frying. There's like a kind of stewing, pureeing. This is not like a Mexican refried bean situation, but it hits the spot like a refried bean would, for me at any rate, and seems healthy as well to me. Cheap, cheerful, filling. So like I say, this will make 3 portions. That means I'm having like a third of a tin of beans every day for my breakfast, with a good amount of fresh chili, some fresh onion, fresh garlic and spices. This is looking good. It's just on number 4, the heat. And we keep it agitated because that's what's gonna, first of all, get the water out, but also it will like release the starches to make it into more of a pasty puree. Something you can have in a toasty basically, where it won't get the bread wet, like the toast soggy. So it needs to be quite dry. It will firm up once it cools, but obviously once you reheat it in the microwave, it'll go back to kind of this consistency, so you do kind of need to get it right, which we are right now. My knees are killing me. The reason why standing at the hob and also why doing dishes is so difficult for me is both my hands are in use, and that means I can't use my walking stick, and that means that although like the bigger muscles in my lower body just don't work properly anymore, all the small muscles are on overtime just trying to keep my skeleton upright. But this is it. This is it. This is as far as we're going to take it. It's the ideal consistency. I know that it will firm up even more. It's got some whole beans in there. You can see the green chili. You can see some red onion. It looks like what it is, which is what I like about food. And that's it. We've now got 3 breakfasts that are good to go. Crazy angles. I don't know how this is gonna go. Oh no, I can hear Beyonce. No, hang on, whoa. Oh goodness, I'll be devastated if this gets struck. She is like nobody else. She is on the case with her shit, man. And she'll definitely be hot on the trigger with best thing I never had. So tiny bit of beanie goodness because my knees, I'm not here wasting any of this. This is precious. And I won't have to do it again for 3 days. Well, on the 3rd day I'll need to do it. It's very irritating. Anyway, once I get the freezer sorted, that is gonna change. Right, that is enough, Sabrina. You're gonna be taking the bloody Teflon off. Okay, so this is it. Let's